And these worries that we have, like they're so small. They may seem so big, but like those are in the past now. That was like 4 months ago, and like I'm in a completely different like mindset. You can't just go and be that person. You can't just wish it and then one day you're that person. You have to, like, us struggling is us actually getting our wish because we're becoming that person by going through it, you know? I think it was when I told my sister that like kind of solidified it. I was like, you know what, we're gonna do this. I'm not gonna just talk about it, we're actually gonna do it. Like being okay with where I'm at. So me, I'm actually, instead of searching for a relationship with a man, I'm trying to find a friendship with a woman that I could like.
Hey there, welcome to the Conversations with Uncle Kevin podcast.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the podcast, season 3, episode 1. Today we have a lovely guest, Bird. Would you like to introduce yourself before I butcher your introduction?
Actually, I want to hear what you would say. Like, how would you describe me from what you know about me?
All right, we have a entrepreneur, musician. You say you're not an actor, so I wouldn't add actress, but like I met her on a set. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No, I can believe that.
you can, but can the world believe it? Okay,
Yeah.
she's a musician, entrepreneur, child of God,
Child of God.
child of your parents.
Yes. I think that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I'm a clothing brand owner. I'm an event decor rental business owner. I am a musician. Occasionally, I like to sing. I sing all the time, but I'm not really doing much to put my music out there. I just like doing it. I could do it for free. I don't think I want to. I'm not chasing like fame or anything. I'm not chasing any sort of what do you call it when you receive something from doing something? Like a
Validation?
reward, validation. Yeah. I feel like I just like making music and I want to put music out there and I just really enjoy doing it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I just like doing new things. I do everything pretty much. I'm like what you would say, a multifaceted person. I do a lot of things and I like it like that. I'm a Libra, so I don't really know a lot about astrological signs, but I just know what a Libra is, and I like to balance things, a lot of things.
Oh, Libra is the
But
scale.
Libra, yeah, that's the scale one. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people have told me like you're doing too much. You need to focus on one thing, but I think I actually spoke to my birthday twin. She was born on the same day as me. So she's the same sign as me. And she said that we're Libras. We like to balance things and we can balance things. So we might as well just go ahead and do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know shit about Libras. I'm a Scorpio, the coolest sign.
Shoot.
The coolest sign on the planet. What do you mean, shoot?
My sister's a Scorpio, but she acts like a Libra.
Yeah, because we.
I've just heard horrible things about Scorpios.
See, people exaggerate. They don't actually know Scorpios like that.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean?
I don't really know the sign properly like that.
Exactly. Like,
I would say enlighten me, but then this podcast would turn into something that it's
yeah, like I couldn't enlighten because I don't know. It's people's experience of me, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't know. But yeah. So beginning. Let's get back to the beginning as we like to do. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you become an entrepreneur? What drove you to this lifestyle?
I should have known this question was coming.
Exactly.
I think I've always just never been able to blend in with society. Meaning, like, I feel like I always wanted different things. I always went against what the hype was. Like, I didn't start drinking when everybody started drinking, just because it was so hyped and I didn't want to do it. It had nothing to do with like alcohol itself. I just didn't want to do it because everyone was doing it. Same thing with like Drake. Drake was big in like 2016 when I graduated, and I was just like, everyone's in love with Drake, and I just hated him for some reason. I couldn't point out why, But it was because I didn't want to follow the hype. And I've always, well, it all started because like I have a problem with authority, I think. I don't know if it has something to do with like how I was raised, but I just could not, I hated working for people. Like I always hated working for people. Every job that I've had, my record was horrible. Like me, I would never show up on time. I would always be late. I would call in sick because I put my mental health above others. Even though sometimes I just wanted to call it that when I just didn't want to go to work, you know? And sometimes I felt like I was being too comfortable like doing those things, but then I realized like this isn't what's for me. Like I always wanted to do something on my own. I dreamed of like wearing like a pantsuit, kind of like my dad, and like just having my own place to work in. And I think I like was in between deciding like what kind of person do I want to be? Like, do I want to be that lady in a suit, or do I want to be someone that kind of like dresses like how I'm dressed right now, you know?
Yeah.
And I think I'm finding like a medium between that because I'm starting. Well, I have two businesses now, right? Like I'm starting businesses, but I'm doing all the work right now. And then when I'm bossed up, when I have people working for me, helping me out, then I'll be that lady in the suit. I think that's kind of what I'm working up to. But yeah, I think I just started because I couldn't work for anyone, and I just wanted something that was my own. And so then I just started a clothing brand. When the idea came to me last year when I was working in my old job in a warehouse. I fucking hated working there. I don't want to call any names though, but like I hated working there. I would be okay. So the first week that I started that job, the first 2 days while I was doing my orientation, at nighttime when I would go home to sleep, I would dream that I was looking for another job on Indeed during my lunch break. Like I used to dream about that. And I think I hated that job from the beginning. I kind of just got used to it. And then one day I was like, I don't know. I actually can't remember like where or what I saw. But then I started making plans of just starting a clothing brand as soon as I graduated from school the next year. And then I started my decor company to fund my clothing brand, actually. Okay. Came up with the idea when I was in India in like January, and I came back and I started it, and it's doing pretty good right now. It's been like 2 months in, but then I started that one for my passion. Mm-hmm. I would say my passion is like music, but then I realized like I don't want to go anywhere with that. Like there's nowhere, like I've kind of like weighed my options and see like what will work for me, and I just want to make money and travel. That's the end goal. But
that's music.
Yeah.
Music, you make music and travel and perform. And
I know, but like I don't think I'm the greatest performer. I think that it might just be because I've just started out, but I don't think some people enjoy performing. I think I do sometimes, but I think I go blank kind of. Even though I've done like practice something so many times, I feel like when I have to do something like to do it, it's different. I don't know how to explain it, you know? Some people, I think some people would understand, but
also you just enjoy making music. You don't enjoy it as a job.
Yeah, exactly. Like I enjoy it like as it is. It's music.
That's fair enough. So okay. So if we how do you you're born and raised here, right?
Yeah.
How was life as a kid? I wasn't born here, so I don't know. What was life like as a child in Canada?
Oh man. So I was born in 98, so like the late 90s, but I still got like the all the good stuff from the 90s, you know, like the TV shows and like being in your neighborhood and like being able to like bike places and like not being worried about like getting kidnapped, and like we didn't have like phones or anything. Like I think I got my first iPod probably grade, I don't know, I think it was like grade 8 or 9 or something, but it was still like just iPod, you know, not without a camera and all that. And so I think, and I had like this neighbor that had a dog, and then we would just like go over and hang out. So it was like that kind of vibe, like me growing up, like neighborhoody, like society wise, but like parents, the whole different story. Immigrant parents, in Canada and like the way they raise you completely different. And also I went to a private school, a religious private school. And so there's that. You know how that is. I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
Like religion being forced upon you, not the best thing ever. It kind of forced me away from God and like religion. And then I found my own way back after being like skeptical. And that was like the best way back for me. And like now I'm happy where I'm at. And it's not forced upon me. And I kind of just, you know, I learn what's wrong and what's right. And yeah, but otherwise, growing up was fun. I don't remember a lot of my childhood though.
Damn. In therapy, call this trauma. Who traumatized you?
Yeah, I know it's trauma because I can't remember a lot of things. I think I have some memories of when I was like 3 or 4, but those are from like videos that I've seen, like pictures that I've seen. So like my mind has created those memories from like seeing what I've seen in the videos. But I think my actual memories probably started at like 6 or 7, you know? Mm-hmm. Or even now when I think about it, those memories I've seen on videos. So I don't know.
So they're not, oh, they were recording you when you were a kid. Damn.
Yeah. Because I was like the only kid up until I was 7. And then I got really bored and I told my parents, I was like, I need a sibling. And so then they popped out not 1, but 2 kids. Yeah.
You just walked up to your parents.
I don't remember. I don't know. Like I had no idea how babies were created. So I remember saying something to my mom.
That's wild.
Yeah.
To all the parents out there, please hit us in the comment section. Is this how it works? Like, yo, we need more. All right,
I think they were happy with what they had. I think they were happy with just me, but I was lonely. I think maybe someone would have probably told me, maybe like an aunt or uncle or someone that's said like, you know, are you, you know, you want another sibling? Why don't you go ask your mom or dad? Or like, you know, they were joking around and I kind of just took it serious. And that's what happened. They gave me what I wanted.
That's wild, man.
Yeah. Either they were really happy with me or they thought I was a handful that they didn't want like another one yet, you know?
Yeah.
Either one of those.
Only they can answer. You say when you're growing up, you go play at your neighbor's house. I've been in this country for the past 6 years. I don't even know who my neighbors are. How has that changed?
Okay, so the neighborhood that I live in now is the same neighborhood as before, but that lady moved out and like new people have moved in and I still don't know till this day like who lives in my neighborhood properly. I think there's a girl that lives my age down the cul-de-sac, which I find so weird. I'm like that'd be cool to like get to know her like back in the day, but I think when I was younger, I knew who I knew because of like my parents or like whoever sometimes came over. People would just come over and things like that. But like, you know how you see in movies, like white people would just go and give like a casserole to like their neighbor, like to welcome them in the neighborhood. Like nothing like that. But I think it's different with brown people. But I think there has been such a big cultural shift and like a change in who is in Surrey now. It's just so different, and social media and technology and all that, and like everyone's just on their parents are on their phones more than the kids are. I have to tell my parents to get off the phone. Like I had to tell my mom to get off the phone, like do something. You know, my dad, they'll be like when they have free time, they'll be on their phones all day, and it's like it's completely switched. Like before, it was. You were bored. I remember being bored during the summer and I hated having my dad home because he'd make me do things.
Yeah.
But like I remember being at home in the summer, being really bored and asking my dad to stay home or like take us somewhere because like it was boring. We didn't have phones. Like, you know, we were just there. You had like 1 hour of computer time. Like that's what it was.
Is that the MySpace days? Wait, were you on MySpace?
I was on MSN.
What the hell is that?
Messenger.
That one. Yeah.
What is it? Hotmail? It was Hotmail Messenger or something. It was MSN. Yeah, those were the days when you used to say, "What's up, NMU?" Like not much. It was the most boring conversation ever.
And then you fast forward. Well, how were your teenage days like when you were?
Oh God, that's when the trauma started. Like the real trauma. My parents were really, 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 really strict. I kind of It's a very touchy topic. It like defined most of my life for a really long time. And just recently have things gone like exactly where they should be. Knock on wood, you know? But before it was horrible. My entire life was like, oh, my parents won't let me. Oh, my parents said blah blah blah. My parents, I can't. You know, I can't live my life. I just wanted freedom. Now it sounds dramatic. Like at this age, it sounds dramatic. And you learn that a lot of the things that your parents told you not to do, like why they said that, and it all makes sense to me now. Now that I have like younger sisters, and I don't want them doing certain things, and they worry me when they do certain things, and I do have questions, you know. But I give them the space because I know I was in that place, and they got to learn certain things themselves. But there are certain things that if my parents hadn't like protected me from, I would have probably gone a different route. You know, I would have been a different person. I wouldn't be who I am today, and I'm thankful for that. And like I don't want to like dwell on like the past too much because it is what it is, and like it's great now, and all of that was a lesson to bring me here, and I'm okay with it. But I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I'm glad it made me who I am, and like I'm strong and stuff, but I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah. Keep those teens in check, people. All right.
Yeah, but not too much. Don't scar them for life.
keep them in check, cause damn, those little brats be on.
Yeah. They
Anyway.
think they know everything. You know?
Exactly. Exactly. I remember my teen days. They were fun days, fun times. You're like, oh shit.
Back home?
Back home, yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been a dad by now, you know. But man, I was in high school
Yeah,
Good
before
time.
COVID.
before COVID. Like we didn't have big dreams. We just thought, you know.
Yeah.
We'll live for
COVID
tomorrow.
stole my, I would say COVID stole my like prime teenage years.
How did COVID steal it?
Well, not teenage, but like, you know, like young adult years from like 20 to like 22. Like for me, it was my teenage years mostly because like me growing up, I couldn't do anything. So I didn't experience any of that until like later. So everything that kids were doing from like age 17 to like 20, I was doing from 20 onwards, you know? So yeah,
Which is
late
good.
bloomer.
Well, you lost 2 years. We all lost 2. Okay, it was a year, but
It
felt like
was-
2 years.
Yeah.
Like we all lost 2020. Like I feel like that should just be taken away and be like, all right,
Yeah.
we
COVID
reset
was
it.
good to me though. I had everything in place. Like I was getting my EI. I was able to. I always wanted the world to just shut down sometimes, and it was perfect for me. It was like, it was perfect. I didn't have to do anything. Like you know the whole authority thing, not going to a job, not having to go to school, like all these things that I didn't want to do, I didn't have to do, and it was perfect. I had my money coming in. I did traveling like after like the restrictions. Okay, guys, don't come for me. COVID is another topic. I don't want to talk about it. COVID and conspiracies and you know.
Beautiful times, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful times. All right. And then, so what do we talk about now?
What
Doesn't
question?
I'm just processing in my brain. Where do I go with this? All right. Traveling. You've been to India, yes.
Yeah.
How's India different from Canada?
Oh my God. I mean, like there's the obvious changes or like sorry, differences. The economy, like just I think the biggest thing is like the what's the word to describe the quality of life? It's just I think quality of life is the biggest difference. But it works for people there. And I feel like people here need a little bit more of that because we're so uptight and we got like, okay, so our worries are bills to pay, social issues, like what people are going to say, just things like that. Trying to make a name of yourself, trying to be someone in a city like this, right? In India, you're just trying to survive. You're just trying to get food, like shelter, you know, clothes on your back. And I think it shows like how different we are, you know? But like I was having this conversation with someone and that person said that it's just as bad for us here in our circumstances as it is for those people in their circumstances, you know? But I don't know, for me, like on my flight back from India, I was just like looking at like the clouds and like the mountains that you could see. And I was like, this is like, this is proof that like I'm literally here. I don't know where I am. Like I have no idea where in the world I am right now flying. And all these problems that we have.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's like all these problems that we have in our life are just temporary, you know? When I went to India, I kind of ran away from all the issues that I had here. I wrapped up what I needed to. And there was a lot of things going on, like bills to pay and things that I couldn't move forward with because of certain things, you know? And so when I went to India, I was like, I'm not going to think about it. I wasn't even able to access those things because, well, I just couldn't access them. And I was at peace, you know? And then when I came back, it like all came back to me, like all the stress and stuff. But I was like, it wasn't as bad because I told myself, like, when I was on that flight, like, the world is huge. There's so much going on around the world. And these worries that we have, like, they're so small. They may seem so big, but like, those are in the past now. That was like 4 months ago. And like, I'm in a completely different like mindset, lifestyle right now. And like, things will change. But like, it really made me think that like being on the other side of the world, like whatever is going on the other, like whatever is going on in Canada, I'm not worried about. Like who went where, like what event did I miss out on, like, you know, that kind of stuff. Like it's nothing. And I think in India, I just had the chance to like be grounded. And I think people there are a lot more grounded than here. They know like what life is about. Like just be happy and just survive, just eat, blah, blah, blah. You know, and then things like technology obviously came and like science and all that kind of stuff. But like all these social issues that people are facing and like all these social, you know, like values and these norms and stuff, it's all bullshit. Like we put them upon ourselves. I sometimes will be thinking about something and I'll catch myself and be like, why am I judging them like that? Society made me think about the situation like that. You know, what they're doing is completely valid in their mind. But for me, because I'm from this Canadian city, like, you know, we think about things this way in like this Western world. We're just we're just we're just uptight, stuck up people, you know? That's what we are. And we need to just let loose and just be human.
Let loose, people.
Yeah,
It's too
be
much.
human.
Be human. All right. And how would you describe the Canadian life to someone in India?
Oh, this topic is actually, oh God. They're going to be listening to this, so wait, do they understand English?
Wow. Oh, shit.
I think some of them do, and they'll probably just, we might have to edit this out, actually. Because some of them will understand, and they'll explain to the other one what I'm talking about. I'm probably talking shit. But really, truly, honestly, even if they do understand this, I want them to know, like, what they think Canadian life is like is not exactly what it is. Our lifestyle is different, obviously. Like, the currency is different, you know? Mm-hmm. The dollar is worth way more than rupees. And so that's why it may seem like we have a lot more, we can afford a lot more when we're in India. But it's just as hard as out here. It's just in a different way, you know? You have to... you have to compare relative to the conditions. And in India, so when I was in India, all my cousins would like ask me about Canada, and they'd just be like, oh, if I were to move there, it'd be like this, you know, blah, blah, blah. And they get excited about it. But I have cousins that have come from Canada and they went to school here and they had to like live here and pay for their rent and like struggle, you know, they're struggling out here. I used to really I wouldn't say look down on students here. Like, you know, the Indian students that come here, it was a lot more like, I just felt annoyed because of certain reasons. But then not ever since I went to India, like I thought of them differently before I went, but like as soon as I came back from India, it was even more different. I realized how hard it actually is for them. Not only just like all immigrant students, but like Indian ones as well, just because of like what's going on at home and their promises to like bring money home, you know, send money back to their parents. And like, but they come out here and they're actually like, it's gray here. It's it's gray here. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. Like, it just feels so like depressing here sometimes in the summer. Sorry, not in the summer, the winter time. But like for them to come out here and take a risk and do all this for their families, it's a lot. I think they think it's all gray, but it's not. If you have family here, sure, but then you'd also be not annoying that family, but it'd be a lot of trouble for that family to take you in, because we've done that a lot. We've taken a lot of family in, and they've overstayed their stay, and they weren't helping us pay for groceries and stuff like that. So then it becomes difficult for your entire family, Like, it's a whole thing. Like, I think that people should be happy with what, oh God, that sounds so bad coming out. I think appreciate what you have. It's obviously nice to have dreams, but just make sure you are educated on what those dreams are and like exactly what that is. Because then when you get there, you might not want what you might get, They say be careful what you wish for. So
Yeah, no.
that's what I say.
I'm picking up what you.
Huh?
Said I'm picking up what you're putting down. I mean, it's all facts.
Yeah.
All right.
So much talking. Like,
She's like, yo, stay home. All right, don't bring your ass out here. Like,
no, I didn't say stay home.
just know it's real. Shit is real in
It's
Canada.
real out here.
like it's we are burning. All right. And then 1 in a billion. How did we get to 1 in a billion?
I have no idea. Originally my plan was to name the brand Soul Purpose Apparel, because that was such a big theme in my life. Like, for a long time, I was trying to figure out. I think I started listening to podcasts around that time in my life. This is years ago, but it was mostly about like, what is your soul purpose, how to find your purpose in life and things like that. Because I had things that I was interested in. I was in school, but there was nothing that stood out to me and nothing that I knew that I wanted to do. I obviously now know that I'm a creative, and that comes with risks and stuff or whatever, But when I started it, so I named it Soul Purpose Apparel, and then I realized it's such a long name, and then like marketing wise, it wouldn't work. And I think, okay, so I had my LLC before I went on a trip to LA. And so this happens to me a lot. Sometimes when I'm in a slump, or I'm in like a creative mental block, I will like go on vacation somewhere, or I'll just go on a night out or something, like a mini getaway. And I'll come back and I'll be like, or even before I come back, I'll be there and I'll be thinking, oh, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to do this for my business. Like, I just want to be home now. I'm so glad this isn't my lifestyle, kind of thing. So I was in LA, and as soon as I came back, I started like designing the clothes, talking to manufacturers and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not sure exactly where this idea came from or like what time or when it was, but it was from Aaliyah's 1 in a Million. So I kind of just like reworded that into 1 in a billion, And yeah, it was born. The brand was born, 1 in a billion apparel. And I was like, I'll see what I can do with it. And I'm trying to rebrand right now. I want to make the name shorter. And I'm trying to figure that out. But I think for now,
We're going to do the 1 in a billion?
I don't know. I think it'll be something along the lines of 1 in a billion. Like, I'm going to have a drop called like the one and only drop. So I don't know. We'll see. Play of words and all that kind of stuff. We'll see what happens.
Fun facts. And
yeah.
I saw you have a pop-up shop. What's happening with that?
Oh yeah, I don't have just one pop-up this weekend. I have 2. It's supposed to be on Friday. And okay, so the Saturday one is at Fortune Sound Club. I actually had a friend send me a story of someone having that like does events for Fortune. And so I just messaged them and said, I would be cool to doing a pop-up shop there. And they were like, of course, like, let's do it. And then, so I have a pop-up shop there from like 7 to 10 onwards. And it's so weird because the first time I actually properly went to Fortune was, I think, a few weeks ago. And they had like a pop-up thing there. So someone had like their thrift shop like closed. And I was like, oh, this is a cool concept, Not knowing that like 2 weeks later that I'd be doing the same thing, which I think is wild. It's crazy. And so we're going to be doing that. Hopefully my sister can get in. She's like 18. But she's supposed to be helping me, so I don't know what we're gonna
You're
do.
not supposed to say it out in public. Like,
Don't worry, they're not gonna be watching this. At least not before the pop up. And then I have another one on Sunday that actually today one of my friends that I also met doing the pop up. She does like a jewelry thing, Bling Mob, and she asked me if I wanted to, do it. I think it's gonna be in Surrey, so yeah, I'm excited about it. I love opportunities like this, and I just love having people in my life that will put me on, like thanks.
yeah, that's what's up. And then let's talk about the deco business. All right, so how come I don't have decorations in my house, man? Can you explain to the people?
You got the money?
Ever had of sponsorships?
Okay, you know what? We're like literally, I got my shipment 2 days ago. Can we just chill for a second?
Please, everybody in the comment section, tell her. Like, can you believe it, people? I have a decorator and my set is like shit.
Well, I don't know if flowers would work here, but
Make it more welcoming, you know?
yeah, I could. But I mean, it needs a lot more work than just flowers.
Damn.
You start using that.
I cannot hear.
You can't hear it?
No.
Okay, I'll just do it from now on.
All right. Cool. And how did we start that one? What was the inspiration?
Okay, I was in India. If you are Punjabi, you will understand what I'm saying. I was en route to Anandpur Sahib, right? And I was on Instagram. It's like a holy place.
Okay.
It's, you know what a gurdwara is?
They know.
Okay, so it's a gurdwara. It's like a church, but like for us.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I've been to one.
Yeah. So it was like a holy place that we were driving to. And on the way, I think I was on my phone. I saw something on Instagram. It was like a random like event decor like page that was like that had ads. And I kind of just looked at it and I was like, it was flower walls. I was supposed to do flower walls to begin with, just like flower walls and backdrops. And I saw that and I was like, ooh, this would be a nice idea. Like the wedding market is huge, like celebrations and stuff like that. That's a huge market. And if I can get into that, like that's guaranteed money. And I was also looking for something that was a service instead of like a brand, I wanted a service job. Mainly because my cousin, he has like this detailing shop and he's doing really well. And like that was a service. And I was like, that's cold hard cash that I need. Like the brand, that's my passion and I love it, but I need cold hard cash. And so I was like, okay, I could start this, But then again, like every other idea that I've had, like I've had probably everyone has amazing ideas, And then if you don't follow through with them, they just don't work for you. But if you do follow through with them, like this is what happens. And like I was handling some of the flowers. I was putting them on like the backdrop because I was going to make like promo videos. And I was looking at it thinking, wow, like 2 months ago, it was just an idea. But now I'm like, we spent all this money and I'm putting it together and like we're doing all this. And like my parents are supportive about it. And I'm like this is wild, But then I started it. I think it was when I told my sister that like kind of solidified it. I was like, you know what, we're going to do this. I'm not going to just talk about it. We're actually going to do it. And then I kind of put my phone away. And then I was like, you know what? I need to take the extra step and kind of like put notes about it so I can like not just glance over it next time. So on our 3-hour drive there, I kind of just like wrote a few things, did some research as much as I could with my Indian data,
There's emphasis on that.
I had some issues with that, and yeah, kind of just, and then when I came here, I was like, I think because I had a timeline, because I knew summer was coming and summer was like when everyone was going to do all their their bookings and stuff. I was like, okay, I got to start it March. I got to April, get all the stuff. And then May, I should be ready to go, and I think that worked. It worked. It wasn't, honestly, because of the support that I got from my dad, honestly, like it really helps. I never thought I'd be sitting here thanking my dad, Obviously, you thank your parents in your mind, but then after just certain things have happened, you just don't think, Anyways, that's that's a whole different story. But yeah,
We got time.
no, thanks to my dad, I would say, it's gotten to this point, you know?
Well, what did your dad do? For those who don't know,
God.
please.
Well, support isn't the only thing, but he obviously gave me the funds to buy like the stock that I need to get. And that is the biggest thing out there. I feel like a lot of people like, okay, so there's support that you need from like friends and family to like promote and stuff like that. But then you also need money to just start something. And that's like, that was the most helpful thing he could have done for me.
Dear dad.
Yeah.
Hey, please. I have a business idea.
Oh God. Yeah, that'd be an amazing thing to do. Like I want to be able to like invest in like businesses, and like help friends out and stuff like that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Let me just get there and then we'll talk about it.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right. So now this part of the podcast, yeah, I have questions that came from my nephew. He's 10 now, but he was 7 when he came up
Okay.
with these questions. He said my podcast sucks because my questions are just,
Okay.
So he helped me out. He sent me a list. The region by a 7-year-old, nothing to be afraid of.
Okay.
All right. You ready? A lot of people struggle with these questions.
Okay.
This is from a
shoot.
7-year-old. All right. Bear in mind. Okay. So first question is, for what in your life do you feel most grateful?
Oh, the first thing that comes to me is at the moment, it's definitely family and God. That's what I'm most grateful for. Because when I think about it, if I didn't have my family the way they are, I would have nothing. I wouldn't be able to start anything that I have. Like I'm secure right now that I'm able to start things for myself or do things for myself or like able to relax or take a deep breath, and not worry about things. So that's family. God, I think that's it's God. I don't have to explain that.
Yeah. You either
Yeah.
get it or you don't.
Yeah, you either get it or you don't.
You
And
atheist.
if you get it, you're my type of person.
You atheist. We don't discriminate.
Yeah, Uncle Kevin's not an atheist, guys. Let's get that straight.
All right. Here it gets a little bit deeper. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Nothing. I always say everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I don't regret anything in my life. Obviously, when things have happened and then like later, I'm like, oh, that's the one thing I would take back. Like, I really wish my dad hadn't found out about that. I really wish, like this hadn't happened or like, obviously that's happened. But in the long term, like those things are small now and they're in the past. I don't think about them ever and they're just gone. There were worries of then and now is now and I'm okay. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great and everything is great. And even if a couple of months ago things weren't great, now they are. So there's a plan, okay? God's plan. There's things have to happen like this for you to get to this,
All right. So
And so I would say nothing. I would change nothing.
we're playing
Thanks for the trauma, Dad.
playing Drake's God's Plan after this. Okay.
Hell no.
All right. We still don't like
Drake
don't
is
like you,
canceled.
Drake. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life thus far?
The 7-year-old?
Yeah.
Some bullshit. What's the name of your nephew?
His name is Jason.
Okay.
Sup, Jason? Sup,
I
buddy?
hope Jason exists because
Yo, we can call. Okay, fine. He's
yo,
probably sleeping.
This is a smart kid. Where did he come up with this?
Yo.
The greatest accomplishment of my life? I can't think. I feel like if I had time to sit down and think, I would tell you a bunch of things. But the first thing that kind of came to my mind, I don't know why it came to my mind, is getting over myself.
Explain, please.
I don't know. It's just the first thing that came to my mind. I'm thinking a lot of the things I've tried to do in my life, I've held myself back, Like, obviously, there's other things in place that have stopped me from doing things. But then again, if I wanted to just go deeper, go further, I could have just stepped out of my comfort zone and done something about it.
Yeah.
Maybe sooner rather than later. Maybe I could have been in a different place earlier on in life and not at the age of 25. Things could have been different. But I think maybe my greatest accomplishment in life is just being happy. I think I'm content. And that's what I've always wanted. Obviously, when you're growing up, you have different wishes. I wish like this. If I have this, then everything will change. And then same thing with money. Like I think about money and I'm like, if I had all this money, then I wouldn't need to do all this extra shit and I'd be okay. But even when I do have the money, like my mental is still going to be the same, you know? And I'm glad that I'm growing and I'm happy and I'm just content. I'm in a good place. Like the struggle is okay. It's going to happen. It's going to get me to where I need to go. It's preparing me. Like I need to have the struggle. I remember when I started the brand, I was like, I hope this isn't easy for me. And obviously I was wishing a little too hard because it's been so difficult. It's been harder than any job or any schooling I've ever done in my entire life. It's been so difficult, like mental battles and just like having all the different roles that I had to fill in. It's been so hard, but I'm glad it has because you got to learn to be the person you're trying to be. You know, you have to earn that. You can't just go and be that person. You can't just wish it and then one day you're that person. You have to, like us struggling is us actually getting our wish because we're becoming that person by going through it, you know?
Yeah.
And I forgot what the question was. Accomplishment?
Yeah.
I think just like being okay with where I'm at. That's a pretty good accomplishment.
We like that.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
What do you value most in a friendship?
I think a few things. I would say be gentle with me, but also call me out when you need to. Okay, I need someone to mother me sometimes, okay? I need to be taken care of. I think I expect that from my sister a lot of the time because I've never had like a friend for too long or been close to someone for too long. I have had friendships in different seasons, you know, or like they played a certain part in my life. And I've never had a constant friend. I obviously have like friends from like elementary school that are still friends with me today, but we don't talk every day. But every time we link up, you know, it's good. But I've always just wanted someone to just like be there for me, like without trying to like fuck me over or like trying to steal my identity. Yeah, I just wanted to completely be myself, you know?
You can't just say that and move on. Like, yo. How is someone trying to take your identity?
Okay, so what I mean by that is like, I feel like if I'm gonna have a really good friend, that person needs to be different from me. Because like I just feel like people like to feel like in competition, you know, with each other. And I don't want that. Like, I don't want any of that. Even if it gets close to that, kind of just like back up. Like, I just want something so real and so like sisters, you know. But like, I can't be like trauma dumping on my little sister all the time, you know. Like, it's been like that for years. And like, I feel like I was codependent on her for a while because like sometimes when I needed like comfort or whatever, that maybe like a lot of people will get from their parents. I didn't have that. And I just wanted her to be there for me. But she doesn't know how to be there. She hasn't like learned those things. And like, I would just expect her to like be a certain person for me. I think that's kind of like relationships, right? Like you want to be with someone so me, I'm actually, instead of searching for a relationship with a man, I'm trying to find a friendship with a woman that I could like. Wait, what?
walked away, people. She confused me with that answer.
What I mean to say is like, I'm not looking for a relationship, but like when people say they're looking for someone that is like, you know, like blah, 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 blah.
Like the boxes.
Yeah, like I think I'm looking for those same qualities, but in a friend, you know? I don't know, maybe one day. I was actually listening to a podcast about this, like female friendships, and it was like very eye-opening, and she's out there, you know? The one, she's out there. But I feel like I just need someone to like just be there for me in my raw state, and don't judge me and mother me, and then also call me out and yell at me when I need to be, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of just need like an extension of my parents.
Interesting.
That's more like me, you know? I kind of just need another me. Yeah, I wish I had a friend like me.
I never thought of it that way. That's a whole different topic.
Yeah, see the way that I'm just like, you ask me a question, I'm just kind of like just blabbering off, and I get to a point where I'm like, how did we get here? It's kind of like, you know, when you're on YouTube at night or like TikTok and you just end up on the wrong side. Yeah. You do know.
That I don't do TikTok, by the way.
Yeah, because you're 30 years old.
Why are we putting my business out in the world, man? Like, you know.
Just edit that out.
Nah, I'm keeping it. They all know I celebrate my birthday online, but no, that's I don't even know if I should continue this because I have questions.
Okay,
but anyway,
continue.
I'll move on. What does friendship mean to you?
I think that was kind of covered in my other answer. Friendship is like sisterhood. I think sisterhood. Support me, call me out, love me, you know, ask me for help. Let me be there for you when you need me. Be there for me when I need you. Just, I think I've always like craved that like friendship with someone, you know? I just like want that one person that I've been so close to that so many times. I'm like, this person's the one. This person's the one. It's just like in relationships, you're like, oh, this guy is the one kind of thing, you know? But like with friends, I've like thought that so many times. And then I've been close to so many different people in different seasons. And it's like, and things change. I think it's okay to like outgrow friendships like that. But I also want someone to grow with. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's not too late to like meet someone at this age. But I just need something that's so for real, like raw, like, you know, you want the best for me and you'll actually like support me in the right way and not just like, you know, when you ask your sibling, like, is this okay? And they just completely just violate you. I don't need that. I have enough of that. I don't need that. I need someone to support me and be honest, you know?
Shout out to your sister.
Yeah, but don't be fucking cruel. Like, don't be gentle.
She said violate.
Be gentle.
All right. Okay. I have so many questions, but I gotta finish this. What's something people seem to misunderstand about you?
I wish I knew what people really thought of me, but I feel like they think I'm a weirdo, which I agree with, but I think they think, okay, so what I think is, I think people think that I think I'm a certain way, but I'm really not. I'm a very bubbly person, and I really like, I wouldn't say I really like people, but I enjoy company and I enjoy great people, and then just I like meeting new people and like doing different things and like, you know, but like I'm trying to like make it as general as possible without like saying too much.
Say it. Someone is learning from you, you know?
This is gonna be on the internet forever, okay?
Exactly.
So I don't know how I feel about that. So all my answers are kind of like, I'm like, I'll start and then I'll kind of like go around the real answer. So
Why?
Because you know what? I think I have a problem being raw right now.
That's what people need.
I know people need that, but is it what I need? Do I need people to be in my business? Do I want people knowing what I have planned for myself? Do I need them to know my dreams, my hopes, my desires? Because there's a lot of ill will being wished by people, and I would like to protect myself, my family, my friends, and my surroundings by like not talking about it too much, which
Fair
is a
enough.
complete opposite of like what I'm pursuing. Like I have to put myself out there, like for my brand, and I would like to have a podcast one day. Maybe I'll talk about it more raw then, because all this will be in the past, But what was the question? Let me just give you a proper answer.
What's something people seem to misunderstand about you?
I'm not like, I feel like people think like I might be uptight. Like I might be a certain way because like I have a resting bitch face. Like who doesn't, But like I feel like people think I'm unapproachable, but I'm like the most approachable person ever. Like I think I'm a really nice person. I care and I feel deeply. I feel very deeply, like, for people and just things in general. And I just wish people would be more open with me. That's what I want. Like I want you just be more open with me. Like talk to me and like let's talk. Let's be friends. Let's just I think it's a Vancouver thing. I think because people here have such a hard time like networking, right? Like I feel like everyone here just has like their own clique already. And like if you try to like penetrate and be a part of someone's group and it's just like, oh no, like we've been friends forever. And like you're not part of our lifestyle. Kind of just the valley girl.
Yo.
No, I just think Vancouver has a problem. We're not very social with each other. We're not. If you go to Toronto, okay, people are kind of crazy out there. But like if you go like, different places, they will like speak to you. They'll say hi to you on the street. Like here, you'll get like a nod and a smile from like a white person while you're going on a hike on Deep Cove. But
Really?
that's about it. Like over here, people aren't very like social. I thought it was gonna be like that when I was younger. I was like, people are gonna talk to me when I'm older, But then I grew up and I realized this is not the place. Yeah.
All right. If you could turn back time and talk to 18-year-old self, what would you tell her?
Oh my God. I would tell her, don't worry, you're gonna get everything that you want. You are not gonna be a loser anymore. All you have to do is be yourself and you'll get where you want to go. You don't have to try to be anyone else. Like you don't have to try to be like a different person or like make yourself look like a certain person. And you don't need to like just chill out. You don't need to be wearing what you want to wear at this age or like, like it's fine. You don't have to. You can grow up, do whatever you want. Just be aware of your parents and good luck. Honestly, there's not much I could say to like make that younger me like cautious of what's about to come. You kind of have to go through that to get to me. Like if you're trying to be like me, then you have to.
Gotta go through it, man.
Yeah, but everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be good. You're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be the best person out there for yourself. All you gotta do is be authentic.
That's what's up. What is the best compliment you have ever received?
Oh, I don't know. I wish I could remember all the compliments I've been giving. Like I think if I could like give like a gist of what it was like obviously not like a physical compliment, but like something that's, I think maybe I really like, I got this one recently. I really like your energy. I like really, you have like an infectious energy. I think that it's like, if I can do that for you, like, oh my God, thank you. Like, I love that, which is like things like that if you compliment me and I know it's true about myself, then it's you know,
heard that?
it's
Fellas, I asked that for y'all. Next time you just be like, yo, what's up? You have some good energy.
Yeah.
Don't say I never did anything for you.
Energy is a lot. Energy is everything.
All right. What is your biggest failure and what did you learn from it?
My biggest failure. What the heck? I think you don't truly fail at anything. I feel like maybe if I could say, maybe I could have said like my clothing brand a few months ago, or when I started. I obviously had to fail quite a few times to, like, I'm still failing at quite a few things, but my biggest failure, I don't know. Like, I don't think I.
You have one. That's all
I think
good.
in the principle of it, I don't think I've failed at anything because that thing is still working out for me or worked out for me in some way.
What advice would you give someone wanting to pursue a career similar to yours?
A clothing brand owner?
Entrepreneur, business person.
I think if it's business, if you really want it, if it's something that you want, if it's your passion, you got to go through with it and you just got to do it until you can't anymore. And then you still got to keep doing it. You just got to keep going. Like you're gonna hate your life so many times. But in the end, if the result that you're trying to get is like an out of this world like dream for you, you're gonna have to die a couple of times, you know? Like you can't to be more specific, if you want to be a clothing brand owner, you gotta want it. Like if you're not, I think it's with anything. If you don't want it as bad, oh my God, I said this recently. If you don't want it as bad as you can breathe, then you don't want it. Okay.
All right. Preacher.
No, like you gotta really want it. You can't just be doing it for the money, or you can't just be doing it for other reasons or for like popularity or anything like that. You gotta actually have passion for this thing. Otherwise, you're not gonna keep going. I've seen a few clothing brands start and not work out, and it's like you just there. If there's a will, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way.
Amen. Okay.
Oh, wrong one.
All right. Where was I?
If there's a will, there's a way.
There's a way. Describe a person you admire who has influenced you a great deal. Who's not me, but yeah.
That's influenced me a great deal.
Yeah. Who's not Uncle Kevin? We all know. You know.
I don't think I could say there's a single person. I think there's a lot of people and a lot of instances and a lot of self-help podcasts, like girls like me that have gone through something and they've talked about it and they're telling you it's going to get better, or like, you know, things like that. I feel like have helped me a lot. But you're saying kind of like that inspired me to, like, who inspired me to be the way I am kind of thing?
Yeah. I think we had to change the question a little.
There's something in everyone, you know? Like, for example, like I would look at my mom and say, I don't want to be taking shots at her, but like I would say, like, because I don't want to be where you're at, I'm gonna have to do all this other stuff, and you know, so we're not living the same lifestyle. And then I'll look at my dad and be like, okay, he's really successful. He has a great business mindset, and that's just what he is. He's like a workaholic, I feel like, and he's coming to that age where he's trying to practice like not being at work all the time and trying to practice like being okay with just not doing anything. Mm-hmm. And I would look at him and like have inspiration for like becoming a business owner, you know? So like, it's just like things like that. I think I just carry a little bit from everyone, and like from this, like this inspires me to create. Like, okay, so when I look at you and the stuff that you're doing, like you're consistent with it, and maybe you don't promote it a lot, but like I would say that you're doing it because you love it, and it doesn't matter like how many views you're getting, like it's still a solid thing. And when it's something that's so solid like that for you, then you can definitely make something out of it, you know? Like in the future, like it doesn't matter what age you're gonna be at, but it's gonna work out for you one way or another. But because it's something that you want, so like things like that like are inspiring. It's like they're still going, you know, no matter what. And is there a clapping one?
All right. Here's a good question. What's the difference between being happy and being content?
being happy. Okay, well, happiness is short term. Obviously, you get happiness from like things like oh my god, I'm so happy. I don't have to go to work today, or like things like that. But did you say content? Like, okay, I'm content right now, and there are things that obviously happen that make you unhappy, and you will be sad and stuff. But you're still content. You realize like those things are. You see them for what they are. They're just like lessons, and content is where you're trying to be. That's what you're trying to be content. You're trying to be at joy, and happiness is so temporary. It's just going to last. It's kind of like cocaine. Happiness is like cocaine. It's going to last still a little while. It'll give you what you need.
You've tried it before?
No, I haven't.
All right.
No.
Just making sure.
No, and I never will. I am a very drug-free person.
Okay. It's not like it's now it's illegal, but like
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. It's just my preference. Yeah. But I think happiness is like cocaine, and like being content is like a natural high, that lasts forever because you're okay with things how they are and you don't need them to be,
all right, I hear it. What things get better as you age?
Everything.
Explain. What?
Everything. Your mind is expanding. You're growing. I really like knowledge. Like, I think when I was younger, I used to like really value that a lot too. I just think knowledge is so cool, and there's just so much to gain. And when you learn something new, and it's like, wow. And like the amount of like content your brain can hold is like, wow. And like, so when you're growing, you just learn more and more, and you're like this, you're a human. You're like a big container of like knowledge that just like overflowing with, like say if that person goes to like Mars and something, and the aliens need to know like what's going on with the human race, or like, and like gaining all that information from this 97-year-old human is like, wow, I've just gained a whole world, their version of it. But like, okay, now I just sound like I'm high. But what was the question?
What things get better as you age?
Everything. Life gets better. Maybe your body changes a little bit, but I think the most important is what's in here, because it'll last forever,
Okay.
Also, you're not broke anymore. So.
Oh, me? Yeah.
I mean, as you age, it gets better. Sometimes it gets worse before it gets better, but that's still getting better.
Fact. What are the most valuable things that everyone should know?
Well, that's such a general question.
It's 7, all right? Work with me.
Wait. What?
What are the most valuable things that everyone should know?
The most valuable things? Just work towards being a happy, content individual, whatever that may look like. But also know that like you have to struggle and be okay with that. Like, don't stop complaining, I think discipline, decision making, perseverance, and have a constant ground, have something that grounds you. Like, I have God, okay? And you need something that grounds you. You got to believe in something. You got to have something to believe in, you got to have faith. You got to have hope. Otherwise, you got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You got to want to go somewhere, and then, just work on that.
Okay.
And you're good.
With this part, do you have any questions for me?
When did you start doing this podcast?
I started doing the podcast because I wanted to have conversations with people and get to know people.
You couldn't just do that without a podcast? You wanted it to be recorded? Why did you need it to be recorded?
Because I felt like when I speak to people outside of this podcast, we have such great conversations, and those conversations just dissipate and we never speak again.
Yeah.
And I feel like some of the information people were telling me, it would benefit a lot of other people. Like, I'm not into clothing apparel, but somebody might be. And if that someone is like me, 5 years ago, where all your information comes from online, I was like,
Yeah.
well, this is a platform and a resource you could have. And because I meet different people from different backgrounds, I felt like it'll be interesting when I'm 70 years old looking back and like, oh,
Yeah.
look at this. So that's why I started it. And also just because Joe Rogan made 300 million off this podcast, I was like, okay, you know what? I might just do this too.
Yeah. Do you ever see yourself doing something like that? Like just sitting there and talking about conspiracy theories and stuff?
Not conspiracy theories, but because I don't think I'm quite interested in it, because I don't know, but I see myself like just talking to people and with no preparation, I think just being interested in the person,
Yeah.
because I feel like everybody has a different story and everyone's story is unique. Like, you know,
Can you tell us how we met in your words?
in my words. We were on set. I think it was Fire Country. It was a wedding scene. And one thing about me, I'm very shy. For everybody who might be shocked with that, I do not speak to anyone. And this human being was sitting next to me and started talking to me. And then I was like, oh, she's being nice. It's a thing.
What did I say to you?
The first thing you said was, I think it was about church. Do you go to church?
Yeah. I think it must have been because I was looking through the books
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, are you Christian?
Yes.
Was that the first thing I said to
That
you?
was the first thing you said to me. And I felt like that. I was like, this is okay.
Yeah.
That's how, all right, cool. Yes, I am. But then
Yeah.
it feels like a setup. So you're like,
And then I think I asked you when was the last time you went to, or like I asked you, have you like read any of these or do you understand them? And then I asked you like, when was the last time you went to
Yeah.
church? And you were like,
it's been a minute.
yeah, he says last time I went to church was during COVID or
Listen,
before COVID.
That was actually a lie. I was
Really?
at church like because there was a church right out of my school, so I'll pop in like, but
Oh.
intentionally like 2020 was.
See, I feel like a lot of I've done that a lot in my life. Like if I'm the first person to like approach someone, like I've become like more like closed off now. Like I feel like I don't do that as much. But when I do first approach someone, like that friendship like works out really well. Like, see, all you have to do is say hi. Be like, hey, yo, my name is blah, blah, blah. Or no, don't do that. Just like start a conversation. Don't like go and introduce yourself.
It depends. Because trust me, I get weirded out real fast. I'm like, yo, because I feel like I'm like, is it genuine? Is it like what's happening?
That's true. You can't trust people.
Yeah, because sometimes someone will sit next to you and talk to you, and then like next time it's like, I don't know you. Bro.
Yeah, they just walk past you. This happens a lot on like set.
So you're
culture.
like, huh, okay, is this gonna be? But then I mean, I don't know. There was just something about you. I was like, all right, cool,
Yeah.
cool. This one is
This is one in a billion.
this one is 1 in a billion. Yeah, like
One in a billion.
who
new
asked
shirt.
me when I was in church, like, yo, who sent you? I was like, who sent you? Like, do you know somebody?
Yeah, and then I think that's when I spoke about my brand, and you do like
I do
camera
video
stuff.
That's
yeah,
my thing.
Like
I'm
video, and then now we're sitting here doing a podcast. I've met you maybe 3 times.
that's wild. She's in my house.
Yeah.
Dear Dad, I think
Oh,
more
God.
conversations need to happen. All right.
Anyways.
All right. So we have a thing on this podcast where a previous guest, leaves a question for the next guest.
Ooh.
So the previous guest asked, if you could have one thing in this world, like everything goes, you would only have one thing, what would it be and why?
At this point in my life, I would say I am content. I'm gonna make the money, you know. So those are things I would usually ask for is like money to do what I want, or just happiness, like being at joy. But I think we have to work for everything, and if we don't, then there's no point. We can't just receive what we want, you know? Like we have to earn it. That's when it feels good, you know? Because sometimes you'll do something like so minor. Like, for example, you go to the gym, but it won't be as long as it should be. Like, you won't do what you need to, but you come home and there's cake and you feel like you should reward yourself. but not so much. You still feel guilty eating that because you didn't go so hard.
Nah, not me.
Anyways.
Yeah, I'm working on my discipline. All right, it's been gone for the past 6 months, but
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, bro.
So do I have to leave a question now?
You haven't answered it. What's the one thing?
I just did.
What's
What's the one thing I want most in the world?
No, it's what's the one thing you could have and lose everything else.
And lose it? I didn't.
Okay,
That-
fine. I added
that
that part.
part-
I added that part, but I think that was the
And
idea. of
lose
it.
everything else?
Yeah.
I think mindset. This has been my Instagram bio thing forever. Life is only as good as your mindset. So if I have the proper mindset, I can get through anything. You know, I just need God and I need my mind right. And then I could lose everything and then and get that back just by having the right mindset. Mindset. That's the answer. MINDSET. I
Okay.
keep hitting the wrong button.
And they left you an additional one, which was if you could work with one musical instrument, what would you be your instrument?
If I could work with
One. She was a musician, so she was like, if you could have one music instrument,
only one,
yeah,
so it could be either like piano, guitar, like trumpet or something like that, but only one.
yeah.
Only
What
one
would
forever.
you choose? Yeah, even to play in a band, if you'd be.
Electric guitar.
Ooh, okay. Reminds me of the '80s rock music.
I think piano you can play anything. Guitar also almost anything, but I feel like with electric guitar, it makes you feel different. The feeling is different.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, and our final question of the day. Boom, boom, boom. Drum roll, please.
Wait, there's a drum roll. Oh, I heard that. Okay. Yes.
What the hell? It disappeared. Oh, what is the meaning of life?
This question, oh my God, I feel like this question, the meaning of life, has been circling through my life in and out for years. The meaning of life, the search of your purpose of life, like the meaning of life, is like the journey to finding the meaning of life. Do you know what I mean? Like, the meaning of life is like you have to, I think we were put on this earth and things aren't easy because we have to like learn how to navigate to get where we want to go or where we think we should go. And like, that's why there's war, there's religion, there's cults, and there's all these like different things that, you know, like occupy our minds. And like, the meaning of life is just like figuring it out. You got to figure it out. You got to make it happen. You got to, you know? You gotta find the meaning of life.
You gotta do it. All right. You got some things to promote. Where do we find you online?
Okay, so you're gonna find me at Bird Meets World on Instagram. That's my personal. Then we have 1 in a Billion Apparel. That is my clothing brand page. And then we also have La Vie on Roses .events. That is my flower decor rental company. And then you are going to find me on Bird Meets World on Spotify because I also do music. And I have a song out called Me, Myself, and I that I wrote in May last year, also doing my horrible warehouse job. And I made the best of it. And, you know, I'm pretty happy about it. And I want to drop more music. And we'll see, you know. We didn't talk a lot about music, but yes,
Who
music.
said we're done? There's more to go.
Also, I kind of want to I feel like in this podcast, I want to give you the honor of being able to present free game, okay? Like free game as a clothing brand owner, you know, from the experience that I have. And
What is free game?
free game, tips,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
Of being a clothing brand owner. If you had the desire of being a clothing brand owner, specifically that, there's 5 things. There are 5 things that you need to do, okay? Because I did all these things step by step. I didn't really have a plan in advance, but I did them step by step, and it got me where I am. Obviously, there was trouble after because of the decision making that I had. But first thing you're gonna need is you just gotta get an LLC, right? First, get an LLC. Obviously, there's there's, but I can just give the 5 quickly. 5, have an LLC, you gotta have an LLC. Then you gotta have your bank account. From your bank account, you're gonna get a credit line. Then you have the money to buy all the things you want to promote, blah blah blah. And then there you have it. You have a clothing brand, and then you're gonna work on the promoting and marketing. There we have it. That was pretty quick. 30 seconds. What you need.
Boom, boom, boom.
All I'm asking.
All right, so let's talk about music. My passion. See, I left it for the last because I love music. I really do. It got me through some tough times. Those teenage years.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was Beyonce. I know she's very controversial, but to this day, she gets me through some shit. Like, but that's what's up. So, tell me about your music journey.
So there's something I want to say that I was actually thinking about today when I was washing my hair. I was thinking about how when I was a kid, okay, so now I know that I can write, right? I didn't know that like a year ago from today, but I have a memory of when I was younger, like me and my cousin, we sat down on a couch at my cousin's house, and I think we were bored. And you know how sometimes like you're bored and you will come up with like choreography or something, you know? But like I was telling her, I was like, we should write a song. And I was probably like between the age of 6 or 10. I do remember the word like butterfly in it. That's all I remember. But I do remember we're trying to write something. And like me thinking about that today, I was like, wow, like I was trying to write music back then, you know? But that's the only time I remember it. But I realized I can write, you know, and I probably was supposed to write. I was supposed to like be a writer. And I met someone recently. I met Major. I think you know him. You did a podcast with him,
Yes.
then, right?
Yes.
So I was speaking with him, and he was explaining to me how like I don't have to be a performer, how I can sell my music, and I've known about that, but I don't know how I feel about people singing what I wrote, like what I
Or like
had to.
songwriting.
Yeah, and I mean, if it's someone that's like can bring in money, then that's okay, you know. But at the same time, I feel like I'm very possessive over like what I've written, and also I've like me speaking about me being a songwriter. People don't really know like how much I've actually written, and that isn't out there. Like I probably have like 40 songs in my laptop right now, like, and that's from like since I've been able to use like Logic Pro, you know? And if I had started earlier, who knows like how much I would have. But I think I just really enjoy singing. I was like the cover queen before. It was just covers. And then I needed to drop a song before I turned 25. Like I told myself, I was like, you know what? It's been way too long. It's on your goal list every year. That's on your like list, you know? And so like a week before my birthday, before I was going to turn 25, I went out to Tacoma. I saw a producer there, and we recorded the song in one day, and I drove back, and the song was like ready the next day and like right on time for my birthday. And so like I had my first song, but like I wrote that song originally in May, you know, and since then I've written so many songs since I knew I could do it. I feel like that's such a major block for people. Like they say they can't do something, but they haven't tried it. Like I say I can't act, and I probably can't, but I haven't tried it, you know? Like I actually haven't tried it. So who knows? When I was younger, when I used to come out the shower, I used to look in the mirror and give my thank you speeches. I used to give my thank you speeches. I used to thank my fans, and you know, like I don't know why I did that. And that kind of gave me like it makes me think that maybe like I could have been that person if I wanted to. At one point I did, but obviously like with the industry and like how it is and like those like I just don't want that. I don't want that for my life anymore. I know better now, you know? And but like at first that's what I wanted. I wanted to be a superstar. Like, you know when people say, have you heard of that one Gary V like video where he says like if you could have anything in the world, like what's the one thing that you want, right? Like don't think about the things that you think you should want, but like what's the one thing that you want, right? And like something comes to your mind, right? But then obviously you give a different answer. For me, it was being like a singer. And like my journey to being a singer, it could have been so different. I could have been performing and stuff by now. Like I do like performances here and there, but it would have been so different if that's what I really wanted. But I think because of the way things are, I just like music. I just like singing. I just want to do it to do it. I don't need anything from it. And that's how they say makes the best like career. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens in this lifetime. Maybe I'll just be like a songwriter and I'll sell my songs and I'll make money off of who knows who's gonna sing my song kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Big dreams, but you know what? Shit comes to life if you really want it.
Do it. I heard you listening. Are you a Victoria Monet fan?
Yeah.
You know, she wrote for Ariana Grande for the longest.
Bro, as soon as I learned how to go on Spotify and look at the song credits for each song, I realized how many songs are written by like certain people. Like Victoria Monet, she has written so much music before she even dropped her own album. Yeah. And that's like major respect. That's like, wow. Like that, those are the kind of artists that really deserve their flowers, you know? They're singers, but then being able to be a songwriter and give your song to someone, like you're getting money, but like give that song to someone, even when you could sing it yourself, like that's major. That's crazy. That's amazing. Yeah. You know, that's like, wow. But like, and then I was also disappointed in a lot of the songs that weren't written by like the artist who was singing them. And I was like, oh, okay. You know,
I was connecting with you.
I take pride in writing my own songs. So
40 songs. So when I'm expecting the album, let's put pressure, people.
I think I have a lot of songs that are either because I want to drop like a summer bop.
What the? Listen, I'm too old. What's a summer bop?
It's a song that you play in the summer that's like upbeat and you just enjoy no matter what you're doing. Like the sun's out, guns out, girls are out, guys are out. You're vibing, you know?
Yeah.
Summer bop.
We're inside.
Yeah.
Too old for this shit. But yeah, okay, I hear that.
I think I could do an R&B soul album like this, like with like 20 songs on it. Like I feel like for the winter time, I should do that. Like I should, but I'm not ready. I'm not mentally prepared to drop an album. I just want to do singles as of right now. The album is such a commitment. Like I feel like singles is different. Like an album that's a whole project. That's a project of work that you've done. And you have to like be 100% about everything that you're dropping on that list, you know? And I'm a Libra. Like God help me. I need help making decisions. Like with choices, it's too hard. Like I will never be able to be like, oh, this one or all of them or none of them, you know? Like it's like posting an Instagram picture or like a post or like anything like that. Anything that I'm trying to put out there. I'm trying to put more stuff out there because the world needs to see what you have to offer, you know, because you never know who might resonate with it. Because like I took that from people that put themselves out there and it's gotten me where I need to go, you know. And
we need the music, please. Me, myself, and I. We need more.
When Rihanna drops her album.
Listen, bruh. She made $1 billion. We know we never getting music again.
I think I'm doing too many things at once. If I was focused on just music, I could be a performing artist by now, you know, like for reals. But because I think that anything I put time to, I can make it happen. Like just I've been doing with like the brand. Like once I focused on the brand for a while, like that popped off. Mm-hmm. And then now I have like also the decor thing. Which I'm gonna focus on, like, cause it's for the summer. It's just something I need to focus on. But I don't know. Maybe this will get me somewhere doing all things at once. But music is not the priority because it's not making me money. But I'm still I get pleasure from it because I get to do it all the time. I'm doing it all the time. Like when I'm coming here on my drives, anywhere in the shower. Like I sing every single day. You know.
Singing in the shower.
You always say that. I find pleasure in those things, and
okay, all right,
it's okay at that right now.
We need more. I'm just gonna put pressure. See, this is how God works. When He brings me along, it's like, bro, where's the music?
It's so crazy because like I have people that I reached out to collab with on music, and now they're reaching out to me and they want like a hook and stuff, you know? And like you have, as a creator, you have points in your life where you're like a week where you're just like, boom, boom, boom. I could do all this, you know, write like 5 songs in a day kind of thing. And then you have like, okay, I'm focused on this. This just feels like work to me, and I'll get to that later. So me, like I put all that stuff in front of me, but I think I will be sending a demo today
To who?
to someone. You'll see when it's out. But I have a few friends that
Make music.
I gotta, yeah. Actually, I've made a lot of friends. That's the thing about being a creator. You just make people that work in every area. Videographers, photographers, music, just everything, you know? And that's the beauty of
How do you choose who you collaborate with?
I think music style is very important, obviously, but then also like your energy. Like, are you a good person? Like, I don't want to be making, it doesn't matter who you are. I can't be making music or any sort of like, I can't create anything with you if you don't have good energy. Cause like what we're going to put out there, what you put in that music, people feel, you know, like people are going to feel whatever you put out there. Like that works for anything. Like anything you create, people are going to be the receivers of that. And I don't want to put bad stuff out there. I don't want to, it's good energy only, you know, good vibes only. So you have to be a good person. You got to have good values and shit.
How the hell do you know someone's vibe?
Well, I'd have to get to know them.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't think sometimes it could just be music, but sometimes you just know how people are from when you meet them. Like right away, you could just sense vibe energy. Like your gut tells you a lot of things. Like I listen to my gut a lot. Like I will just know when someone's not good for me, like to be around me, and I'll just, you know, cut them off.
I'm learning now because I'm very antisocial, so I don't really know these things. I have to learn from people who are very social. Like she's very social. She loves people.
You
like,
gotta live and learn.
she loves people. Like every time I meet her, she's around 400 people. 400 people. I'm like,
Because there's 400 people working.
I'm like, yo, I only know you. I must stick by you.
No, here's the thing. Like usually when I'm working on set, like if I don't know you from before, I probably won't say anything. Like the last set I worked on, the whole time I was just reading my book. I did my job and I read my book because like I don't really care what's going on around me. Like unless I think we have something to offer each other, or you seem like, oh, you'd be a good conversation, or like you said something to someone that I thought was like cool, and I was like, oh, that seems like a good person. Let me talk to them. Other than that, I don't think I'm not very. That's what I mean. Like I'm an introvert, but also an extrovert. I used to be more of an extrovert, but after COVID, like a lot of us became introverts, right? But I think that
I don't give a shit.
like
Man.
that's why I say when I approach people, like it'll be rare. It won't be a lot, but like so then when that works out, it's like yay, check mark. You know?
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, I have questions, man. Like, let me go back. You said, okay, this is me. I never really speak about relationships online because what do I know?
Okay.
But
You're just covering everything. I love it.
yeah. You said, what did you say? I'm looking for a friendship. So you're looking for things you look for a relationship and a friendship, or like, how does that work? Because I used to think, this is what my mama told me, because, you know, she's like, your partner, or, which is a weird term we use nowadays, is supposed to be your friend. Because she was like, it starts out as a friendship and then it goes into this. And then I felt like, I was like, nah, ma, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because
No,
when
that's
it
true.
ends, it sucks. Because you're like, bro, I'm not only just losing this relationship, I'm losing this great friendship. So I'm like, nah, I'm not going to risk it. So we're just going to do this relationship thing. But then it also feels empty because you're like, yo, you don't even know me, bro.
Yeah.
Because you skipped that friendship part. So when you were saying it, that's what I was like, that's interesting. So how are you going to have a partner that you don't have that friendship with?
You know, I agree. Like, I think that obviously I still believe that like to be in a relationship with like a partner, like whoever the person is that you want to, like whatever gender, you know?
I feel like I'm unlocking more shit here, but anyway.
Okay, so like you need to be like you need to have a friendship with the person you're gonna be with like forever that you're gonna marry. But what I meant was like because I'm not looking for that right now. Like I'm not looking for a romantic relationship. I want those qualities in a woman that I could have forever. Because like if you have that in a partner, it's you never know if they're always gonna be around, right? But that's not the main reason why I want that in like a friend. It's just I think friendships are more important to me right now in my life, like at this point that I'm in. I think the romantic relationship, it'll come. I'm not in a hurry. Like I enjoy being single. I enjoy my like, independence and stuff like that. Not saying that it would take your independence away, but I'm just like happy with it, where I'm at. I just wish I had a friend because like most of the time when I've wanted to be in a relationship, it was for things that I just wanted in a friend, like, like company and things like that. But you don't need to be in a romantic relationship for things like that. Every girl should have a girlfriend in their corner that's always going to be there for them. That's kind of like your partner in life, but not like romantically, So that's what I want. Like, I just want a girlfriend.
Yeah, boys. We need. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna say it.
It's like a sisterhood. Guys like crave to be in a brotherhood, like girls want a sisterhood, if they're open to it.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot, there's some, I don't want to be that girl that doesn't, I do have a lot of girlfriends, but I just want like the one. I just want the one. I'm taking friendship applications at the moment. Requirements, you must be a woman.
Hey, ladies.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Most of the ladies that watch this.
Actually, no, I shouldn't be asking. I shouldn't be, because you never know who you're going to come across. Just God. I ask God to send me the friend.
All right, yeah. Send her a friend. Ladies.
Yeah, asking for a friend.
Ladies. I mean, any lady watching this. I know why you watch me, but she says she needs a friend. But that was quite interesting. All right. Yeah. Any advice for young people in relationships? And like I said, I never speak about this shit because fuck.
Advice for young people in relationships? Mm-hmm. I know that you think you're in love, but you're probably not. And I know you think that if you're not with this person, then it's no one, but you're probably wrong. And not even young people. I would say this to a lot of my friends making horrible decisions. I would say, and if you think I'm talking about you, I might not be talking about you. Just don't take offense. It might, but I would just say like you need to just let it flow, and then if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and you got to live life, and then the next one will come along, and you're learning from every single one of them. And relationships are important, but sometimes people are around for a season, and that's it.
Books before boys, all right.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Books before boys.
Books before girls,
Yeah, or girls.
Be free, live your life.
Learn.
Just don't do it too much, otherwise you'll be
don't do too much learning, because then you're gonna regret it later.
You're gonna be 50 years old and be like, fuck.
Not even. You're gonna be like 30 and you're gonna be like, oh shit, my 20s were wild. Hey, don't do that. Wait, I was taking shots at you. Did you feel offended?
Nah, my 20s were wild.
Okay.
Ish. I mean, no regrets. All right.
Yeah, no regrets.
That's the only thing. All right. You got any other topics?
The last comment that I would ever make, the last thing I would like to say is everything happens for a reason. Okay. And people change like the seasons. I think that's a rap song. I would like to ask you a question.
Ask.
What is your ultimate goal with this media business you have going on?
Well, like I said, that Joe Rogan 300 million, but my own. My aspiration really is I want to make stuff that's impactful globally. Like, I want to have a platform where I can speak certain things that I feel like, for me, I don't have childhood trauma, but I observed a lot of things growing up. Just growing up in Zimbabwe, the things that I saw and the voices that when you're there, you think people are listening or people care. But when you move, you're like, damn, we don't even exist. And I think one thing that growing up watching movies, it's like every time Africans are portrayed on TV, they always felt dumb to me. I was like, nah, bro, we ain't dumb. And I want to create that platform and be like, what you can do, I can do too.
Yeah.
It's just the opportunities and access, and to have that opportunity to have those conversations and not have it be my guest or be this, but be it I'm the one who's coming along.
Yeah.
So I'm the one who's like,
That's a really good answer.
Yeah.
I like that. That's
Thank
good.
you. Thank
That
you.
you're doing the right thing. And you have the right idea behind it. And like your why is really great.
Appreciate that.
I commend that and I respect that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Fellas, you see,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's doing his thing. He knows what he's doing.
I fought for you guys. We got some respect on this
Yeah.
podcast. Isn't it?
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, we need more guy. I need guy friends.
Yeah. I feel
like-
like it.
I have a lot of. If I never say,
You have Jude.
I don't know. I feel like with guys it's different. Like
Yeah.
I feel like the guys I grew up with, that's the friendships that I'll have. Whereas guys that I meet now, it's like, I don't know. There's just a barrier to it. To where it's like, it doesn't get any deeper. It's just all right. We do film, we do music, we do. But it's not like,
Yeah.
yo, what you're thinking is like, bro, I got my own issues. And then the girls that I meet, it gets weird too, because you're like, okay, fine, where the hell is this shit going? But the conversations are at least better because I don't know.
Because women get deeper.
Yeah, they get deeper, but then it leaves you very confused. So you're like,
Yeah. I think that like that's the thing a lot of people don't talk about. It's like guys have feelings too and they have emotions too, and they just a lot of them don't have a outlet, you know, like or someone to talk to about it, because for guys it's so like it's not normalized, you know? Like guys
there's pros and cons to it.
yeah.
Where I know with my boys, we just speak about it. You just be like,
Your work was my car is pissing me off.
it's been tough. It's been tough 2 days. And then you just go out in the world, you're like, everything is great. Because it has to be. You have to have the right vibe. Like the vibe you're talking about, the energy. It's like, I can't really have it, but I got to have it. And then, I think as a guy, like, I don't know, man. You just have to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't really have, I feel like there's no space to really speak about how you feel. And when you do speak about it, like, this is why I don't really like relationships, because it always comes up in an argument. You're like, bruh.
It always comes up in an argument.
Yeah, like, oh, that's why your car dead. You're like,
I hate people that do that, you know, like when you like, I heard something about this today. It's like when you talk about something and then someone like in a moment of vulnerability and someone would bring that up in a time where they like, you know, you're arguing or something like that. Like that is low.
yeah. So then you just end
My
up,
sister does it.
Scorpions, we know how to sting. Like, right there. But yeah. Anyway, we gotta wrap this up because I think we're up at 2 hours. Any final words for the people? I know you've been saying a lot of final words, but final words.
I think I've said a lot. I'm just grateful I got to do this. It made me. I was nervous about it because I was like, what if I say the wrong thing? Or like, what if I'm embarrassed about what I say like later on? Those kind of things. And I'm like, what if I don't have the right answer or things like that? And then I was like, you know what, let's just go and see how it goes. And I'm glad this happened because it opens my mind to so many different possibilities. And like, just anything new you do, it just creates a pathway for so many other things. So I'm grateful for that. And I hope I didn't blabber too much. And I really enjoyed it. I hope it was as enjoyable for you as it was for me.
I was laughing, man.
Yeah. You're laughing at me.
No, I'm
You're
laughing at what you're
laughing at
saying,
me.
bro.
But yeah, it was awesome, and I would love to be back at a future time. I would actually love to like even ask questions. I don't think I'm the best listener, but I feel like I just like talking.
All right.
I just like talking. I think, yeah.
Who do you want to ask questions? Me or someone else?
It doesn't matter. Anyone.
I didn't find you people.
like being a host, that'd be
Yeah,
so
come.
cool.
I need
you
a
know?
co-host. We can co-host it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we just need another mic. But yeah, this.
Yeah. Another $500 mic, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Please,
Yeah.
agent, book me. We can do that. Cool.
I just want to say, I wish everybody the best energy they could ever receive. I'm giving you my best energy. Great energy, good times, good people, good food, good everything. Hold on, just hang in there, buddy. Just hang in there, buddy. Your fate is gonna do its thing. God's gonna do his thing.
Yeah. And fellas, she's on Tinder. Hit her up.
What? No, I'm not. Don't pimp me out on your podcast.
And what's the other thing? Oh, in Vancouver, they say running. Are you on running apps? I was told running apps are not a dating site, so I don't know how that shit works. But
a running app?
yeah, like people meet on running app.
What?
So they'll be like, "Yo, I'm running on King George. Meet me," and then they meet. That's the
Do
date.
they know what these people look like?
I don't know. I'm on a running app, but I don't have like I block my shit. I'm like nobody.
That's interesting.
You're the young one.
Technology. Huh?
This is a young people thing. I'm too old for this shit.
I don't know about it. I've never heard
I'm
of it.
old school, you know. I meet girls in the streets. I'm like, yo, what's up,
In the
man?
streets.
And then they call the police.
Yeah,
on me.
honestly, like I was thinking this today. I had a lot of thoughts today, actually. Clearly.
Okay.
No, but I was thinking today, I was like, I do not want to meet someone through please don't DM me. Please don't. Like if I'm gonna marry someone, please do not DM me. Like it has to be in person.
You know, in person is weird, right?
No, it's not.
For you, like,
It's natural. For me, it needs to be the most natural, raw way possible.
have you ever walked like towards a woman, fellas? I know you can feel me. There's a lot of uneasiness in your mind where you're like, should I cross the street? Should I keep going? How do I? And then you know, because
Yeah, I admit it's really it's harder for guys. I mean, it's hard for guys. Like we just have to do the receiving, but guys have to put themselves out there and
like, yo, what's up? But I saw a cop that was hard. I wish she spoke to me.
the cough.
Yeah, like that day you dropped me off, there was this cop. She was asking people questions, but she didn't ask me. I was like, yo, she's hard.
Maybe she thought she was gonna be profiling you if she.
I don't give a shit. I was gonna be like, put your number. If I see this person, I'll call you. Like,
Yeah, I should probably arrest you for doing that.
I was willing to risk it all. I was like,
Maybe you should have. Sometimes.
oh,
you
she
gotta-
drove away. Yeah. I was
Oh,
like,
she was in her car.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, Miss Officer, I'm
Miss
willing
Officer,
to.
I need a ride.
I'm willing to
You know
sacrifice
that
it all.
song, the Lil Wayne song, Miss Officer.
Yeah, that day I was willing to sacrifice it all, but
Damn.
it is what it is.
You
Anyway,
miss all the shots you don't take. So.
she drove away. All right. I couldn't run after her, and then she'll shoot me. Like, what the
Well,
hell?
you're on a running app, so maybe you should run after it.
I use my running app to track my runs, not to, need peace in my life. Like, I've been scarred, okay? But that's a different
Haven't we
podcast.
all?
That's a different podcast. You should watch my short films. I express myself a lot in those. That's why I don't make music.
The horror films.
There's more coming. Crazy. People
Oh, yeah, I
are,
forgot you have a whole album of beats on Spotify.
oh, yeah, and I have more.
forgot about
I'm supposed to send you beats, didn't I?
Huh?
I got your email. I was like, I'm going to send you some beats. I'm going to send you beats.
My email address? Oh, yeah, I give you my email address.
Yeah, I'm going to send you crazy. But why am I talking about beats online? Like, nobody needs to know my shit.
My contact, if you want to book me for music, is birdiemeetsworld@gmail.com.
So can I book you just to
Just
come
DM
perform
me.
for me? Like if I'm like, just perform here whilst I clean my house. I'll pay you like $1,000
Okay,
an
no,
hour.
no, don't do that. That's weird shit. Please.
That's some rich people shit, man. That's what
$1,000?
an hour.
Okay, no weird shit though.
Okay, don't do that. But
Okay.
yeah, people, Booker, Bird, what?
You know, you don't have to book me. Just like let's make music together. Let's just make music.
Let's make music. Well, soon, Uncle Kevin featuring Bird, Bird featuring Uncle Kevin
Yeah.
coming.
Conversations with Uncle Kevin.
We got new music.
Yeah.
What's
so
the
many
question
great things happening.
What's the question for the next guest?
What is the most valuable trait to have as a human? I think the most valuable trait to have as a human,
Well,
in your opinion.
whoever you are. That's
Yeah,
your
whoever
question.
you are, next person. This one's for you.
All right. Signing out, Uncle Kevin. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. I'll see you next week.
Bye.